What if I told you that a spacecraft launched nearly half a century ago just sent us a signal no one can explain? Not a routine transmission, not the kind of data it's been sending for decades, but something new, something strange. This signal doesn't follow the familiar patterns we've seen from it before. It isn't just unexpected, it's deeply unsettling. Voyager 1, launched in 1977, is currently more than 14 billion miles away from Earth, traveling through interstellar space. Its original mission, to study the outer planets, ended decades ago. Yet it's still communicating with Earth using technology that's older than most people alive today. For years, Voyager 1 has been transmitting scientific data from beyond the heliosphere, offering a window into the distant and unknown reaches of space. But recently, it sent something back that no one expected. A signal. Unusual. Mysterious. And potentially, a warning. The first indication that something was wrong came when NASA's Deep Space Network picked up an unexpected burst of data. At first glance, it looked like static, possibly just interference. That's not unusual, considering how far away Voyager 1 is and how weak its signals are. But engineers quickly realized that this wasn't random. Beneath the noise was a pattern, a rhythmic, repeating structure that didn't resemble anything Voyager had transmitted before. And most importantly, this pattern didn't match any known telemetry system on board. Scientists attempted to decode it. What they found was even stranger. The signal had elements of binary code, ones and zeros, but arranged in a way that didn't correspond to Voyager 1's normal language. This wasn't a simple error. It wasn't corrupted data. It was structured, deliberate, and persistent. Over several days, the signal repeated. Then, suddenly, silence. That silence might have gone unnoticed if not for one strange coincidence. Around the same time as the signal was received, astronomers around the world reported a weak but detectable burst of cosmic radiation coming from the general direction Voyager is traveling. These bursts, usually the result of solar flares or distant stellar explosions, were not strong enough to cause damage, but they were odd in timing. The alignment between Voyager 1's unusual message and the radiation burst was too precise to ignore. This raised a disturbing possibility. What if the signal wasn't random at all? What if Voyager 1 had picked up something, some external event or presence, and was attempting to warn us in the only way it could? The spacecraft isn't capable of conscious thought, but it is capable of responding to environmental changes. If it passed through a region of space containing unknown radiation or encountered an anomaly, it might have recorded the change and transmitted that data back to Earth. But this message wasn't just raw environmental data. It had structure. Intelligence. Design. As speculation grew, so did concern. Some researchers suggested that Voyager 1 might have encountered an unknown phenomenon, perhaps a type of particle field or dark energy region previously undetected. Others pushed further, asking, could this be the first sign of non-human intelligence? One theory that gained traction involved the concept of signal relaying. In this hypothesis, Voyager 1 was not the source of the message, it was the messenger. In other words, something may have transmitted a signal that Voyager simply intercepted and forwarded. That idea, while speculative, sent shockwaves through both the scientific community and the public. If that were true, what, or who, was the original sender? NASA, cautious as always, released a short statement confirming that an anomalous transmission had been received and was under investigation. They offered no timeline and no further clarification. But insiders at the Jet Propulsion Laboratory hinted that the signal was being taken very seriously. Retired engineers who had worked on the original Voyager mission were called back to consult. Military assets were redirected to monitor the region of space Voyager was in. Clearly, something was happening behind the scenes. The mystery deepened when independent observatories in Hawaii, Chile, and South Africa reported anomalous readings in the same time frame. These weren't optical readings, nothing had been visibly seen, but sensors picked up gravitational fluctuations and unexplained electromagnetic interference. These signals were faint, but they matched the direction from which Voyager's transmission had originated. The events seemed too coordinated to be coincidence. Was Voyager 1 warning us about an interstellar event? A burst of cosmic energy, a black hole forming, or even a rift in space-time? Or had it stumbled into something else entirely, something alive, intelligent, and trying to make contact? Most mainstream scientists urged caution. There are plenty of possible explanations, they said, that don't involve aliens or interstellar warnings. Cosmic dust, solar interference, aging electronics. These things could all produce strange signals. But skeptics pointed out that Voyager 1 has been operating for decades without sending anything remotely like this. Its systems are failing gradually, yes, but not in structured, rhythmic patterns. The signal was too clean. Too organized. The binary sequence was particularly strange. After analyzing its structure, researchers noted that it appeared to repeat every 73 seconds, an oddly specific interval. In mathematics, 73 is a prime number, and in binary, it reads as 1,000,001. Some theorists pointed out that this could be a marker, an intentional identifier. Prime numbers have long been proposed as a way for intelligent civilizations to establish communication, as they are universally recognizable and not naturally occurring in sequence. Further analysis revealed that the data stream contained what might be a mathematical constant buried within the pattern. Some believe it was pi. Others think it might represent a map, a coordinate system. But if that's true, a map to what? And for whom? Some scientists believe Voyager's message was never intended for us. That perhaps it was part of a larger conversation, one we only happen to overhear. The idea that we're listening in on interstellar chatter is not new, but it has always been hypothetical. Until now. Could this signal be part of an alien broadcast? Could Voyager have passed through the edge of some extraterrestrial communications grid? Could it have stumbled upon a beacon, a warning, or even a signal meant for other intelligent beings? And if so, are we now being watched in return? Governments and agencies aren't saying much. In fact, after the initial release, NASA has gone almost completely silent on the matter. Independent researchers trying to access signal logs have reported increased security protocols. Forums discussing the signal have seen posts removed. The public is being told that it was likely a glitch, but many are not convinced. Some theorists have gone even further, suggesting that Voyager the 1st may have encountered a kind of artificial intelligence drifting in deep space. Not biological life, but a machine, perhaps one far older and more advanced than anything humanity has ever conceived. An ancient sentinel, monitoring interstellar space, looking for activity. If such a thing exists, Voyager the 1st may have awakened it, or announced our presence. Others propose something more chilling. That the signal wasn't meant as communication, but as a probe. A scan. A kind of cosmic sonar sent back toward us to analyze our location, behavior, and capabilities. If so, then we might not be alone anymore, not just in theory, but in reality. The signal has stopped now. Voyager 1 has resumed normal telemetry, as if nothing happened. But the ripple effect of that message is still spreading. More scientists are now monitoring deep space. More telescopes are scanning the direction Voyager 1 is traveling. And more people are asking questions, about the universe, about intelligence beyond Earth, and about what we might have just stirred up. Is this the beginning of a new era of discovery? Or the opening chapter of something we're not ready to face? Voyager 1 was launched as a symbol of human curiosity, a golden record on board carrying greetings to any alien life it might encounter. Perhaps we never expected anyone, or anything, to answer. But now, as this mysterious message fades into static, we're left with more questions than ever before. What did Voyager 1 encounter? What did it send back? Was it a warning? A sign? A first contact? Or something entirely beyond our comprehension? As scientists work quietly behind closed doors, one thing is certain: our lonely little probe, billions of miles away, just reminded us how vast, strange, and unknown our universe truly is. And maybe, just maybe, we're no longer alone.